Prickly venom until they body me. Unstoppable, can't stop me, kamikaze. Trumpets blow, warning you peasants of my arrival. The king is back, blowing weed smoke about my nostrils. Black hoodie, Aeropostale, black Morocco. Chick on my dick, her body like a model. Whispered in my ear, she been dreaming about me. Feelings mutual.
Yes, we're back. We're back in full effect. Now we're not. We were back. I guess Murdock got Cox cable as well over there. That shit ain't
my chick was hitting me up. I told her I'm still on this thing. Like she was trying to hit me up or stuff.
Yeah,
she don't want to talk to me any other time. Now she wants to talk to me all the time.
Well, let's jump back into Foundation real quick. Let's talk about
what were we talking about when you turned in Bill Cosby? Where were we at then?
We were talking about Jose and me buying that Nas CD.
Oh yeah, where did Nas start for you?
Let's just pick that up and you can splice this back together and we could go on to the next.
We did back.
Slices.
It was you
bought the best of Nas off J Boogie.
Yeah, it was like the greatest of Nas or best of Nas, whatever it was. Anyway, the song on there though that made me a Nas fan was the joint with AZ, the Life's a Bitch and Then You Die.
Oh yeah, off Illmatic. Yeah. That was huge. Yeah, that was a huge. I remember a lot of people that was their favorite song on there back then.
So then my mom's boyfriend listened to a lot of hip hop music. He's a little older, so he had older CDs, and that's when I first seen Illmatic, and it was written. And then just me personally, because it's from my era, I don't believe it's the better one, but my favorite album is Stillmatic.
You know what? I heard somebody. I was watching something last night. It was actually it was Benny the Butcher. Actually, somebody asked Benny the Butcher who his favorite MCs were, like 5 MCs and whatever. He got into Nas at one point. I forget what his list was. And they asked him what his favorite album was. I don't know if it was Vlad or whatever it was. I forget. Oh, I'll try to find it for y'all later. And he said he liked what's the title? I Am, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said
that was one of the bad ones I didn't like. That or Nostradamus. Because after it was written, he dropped I Am and then Nostradamus.
That had the joint with the Primo joint.
With Aaliyah too. I think Aaliyah was on that. You Won't See Me Tonight.
Yeah.
I forget right now.
Yeah, that was on that album too. I remember that.
Out of all the albums, that's what he said he liked the most. But Stillmatic, for me, Stillmatic, in my order, I would put It Was Written. That's my favorite one. Then I'd have to Illmatic and Stillmatic are like, obviously they're both good. I like Stillmatic though too. He killed that.
Yeah, Stillmatic's my favorite one.
He killed that. That rewind joint, every joint.
From beginning to end.
Just from beginning to the end, the whole joint's crazy. Like, that shit's crazy. He got that shit. He talks back, going backwards on the story and all that shit.
Rewind, yeah.
You remember the?
I know most of that album word for word.
I think I do too. I've been listening. You know what? I'm gonna download that motherfucker tonight. Sorry, dude. Nas got enough money at this point. He ain't gonna have to worry about that.
Oh no, he paying. Didn't that one girl doing grimy for the child support? What was it, Khalees?
Oh yeah.
He's rich though. Nas got so much bread that it's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Investments too. He got investments in like the Ring doorbell and all that shit. Like whoever he's fucking with for him, with that, it was coaching him or teaching him, whatever you want to call that, investment advisor or whoever it is. They got him right.
He manages artists. He got artists on his own label, Mass Appeal, and all that shit. So did
you see the new song that they just put out? It was Nas, Remy, Styles, Ghostface, and one other person. Is called The Mecca.
No, I didn't hear it.
Is it a single? Is it real?
Yeah, it's a single.
All right, word, because sometimes you'll see some people piece some shit together and it'll be it sounds good because they know what they're doing to remix it, but then, you know what I mean?
It
The
be
Mecca.
fake.
No, I'm
Fake song.
Yeah, but I
I'm
seen one.
almost
I seen where he got back.
I'm almost certain.
Go ahead. What's that?
I'm almost certain it is because I seen it on Remy's Instagram, unless she don't run it or something like that. But that's where I see.
I'll look it up. I didn't see that yet. I seen the one with him where they got like firm back together, and Omega was actually in it. So they had that beat for a long time.
Oh yeah, Cormega.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's back in the pictures with Nas. He's just got the song out. It's AZ, right? Yeah, AZ, Cormega, Nas.
Yeah, it's on Nas's. It's on Nas's new album.
It's on that new album. That album I ain't like. I like that.
Yeah, the one with Hit Boy. It's on that. It's on that album.
Yeah, I just don't like the name either. See, sometimes like rap and shit, you gotta have a cool name for me sometimes. And Hit Boy just sounds kind of gay and shit. I don't know.
You know what I will say with Hit Boy?
I don't know. He might be the coolest dude ever and shit, but I'm not gonna make beats but like I'm Hit Boy. I don't know. It sounds corny as shit to me, but whatever.
Yeah. You know what about Hit Boy? I'm not big on Hit Boy either. But I will say I liked him in the Benny the Butcher album though. Personally.
I didn't mind. I liked, but
I thought that was just maybe they complement each other better, but that just worked. It was a good album. I thought it was a great album, actually. I'm putting that up against album of the year.
That was official.
I'm putting that up against Freddie Gibbs's Alfredo album for album of the year. That's for me. I think they the best albums.
I love the beats. No, I didn't love the beats though.
Because if the Freddie Gibbs John,
I'm weird.
Freddie Gibbs John, you had Alchemist do the whole John, and that John was crazy. That whole album was crazy. If you haven't seen the Freddie Gibbs, if you haven't heard,
you can't go wrong with the Alchemist.
Nah, the Alchemist is just
you cannot go wrong when it comes to the Alchemist. The Alchemist is going to put some heat together for you.
Yeah, he definitely.
I think he might be my favorite producer at this point.
Right now, yeah.
As of the past 5 to 10 years,
he's the best producer out. He's the best producer out right now, by far. I don't think it's close.
I'm going to have to agree with you.
He's been doing shit for everybody. Griselda, fucking Action Bronson, fucking Freddie Gibbs. He's been giving everybody beats, and they just been killing them. Even the Bull Baldy.
You see Busta dropping a new album too.
Oh, yeah, it's already out. That John's out.
It's out the 30th.
Is it out? I thought it was already out. I heard I heard 6-7 joints off.
I only heard like some clips of certain things, but I seen the
videos out already.
Yeah, like trailer videos and shit, but nothing in its entirety yet.
Nah, he got whole videos out right now. You got the John Anderson package, the whole video. Then he got a second video that just came out. I would have to look it up, but he got a couple videos out right now.
I was looking for it last night because I seen a advertisement with Chris Rock on there. Chris Rock was, you know what I mean, acting like he does all wild and shit, and he was talking about the Extinction Level Event Part 2. And then I went and seen something else, but it was only pieces. It wasn't anything as a full thing.
Nah, they got the whole video. It's called You. The Busta Rhymes show. It came out like a month ago.
All right, well, I'm
Busta Rhymes Anderson pack. It's called You, and then thought he had another one. I just seen it, but I seen a couple songs too. I don't know if I see that. Yeah, it's dope. It's actually a good John. The it's fire. It's actually a really good video.
I'm gonna peep it. Yeah, he's one of my favorite too.
Yeah, Busta's.
I love Busta.
What's up with Busta? They say Busta and T.I. Busta, I guess, came at T.I. like on the verses. Like, let's get it. And I guess T.I. was like, nah, there's a generation gap.
Yeah.
But that sounds like you scared to me because if there's a generation gap, it benefits fucking T.I. It don't benefit Busta.
Exactly.
He ain't had a hit in 20 years. So how's it benefit Busta? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's T.I. and Jeezy doing it now.
Yeah, I think T.I. and G, which I think T.I. wins. He kills Jeezy.
I don't.
You crazy. T.I. had bigger
T.I.
records.
ain't gonna win against Busta Rhymes.
He had bigger records than Jeezy. Jeezy had hits and he got that underground shit. But I'm telling you, the commercial niggas and everybody's gonna like T.I. over Jeezy.
You see what happened with Kiss and Fab?
No comment.
Yeah, but Kiss and Fab, I would never put Fab against Kiss. I think Kiss is way better than Fab. I didn't think that was close to begin with.
About a billion, he's light years better. And I can't, me personally, I don't care for T.I. Really at all musically. I don't know. See, that's why I said no comment, because then I'll start talking about it, people be mad and shit. But he sounds like a hillbilly and shit. So I can't listen to hillbilly rap music. Don't sound right to me.
Yeah, it's southern. It's that southern accent. It definitely got a different.
That's cool, but that's not what I can't listen to it. So I mean, him and Jeezy could do what they're doing, but to go against Busta Rhymes, that's the most ridiculous thing. Who the fuck said they wanted to match them two up?
No, Busta did it.
Busta did.
Well, I heard him talking shit, and I was laughing the whole time.
Busta was trying to catch your body. The nigga was trying to catch your body. Straight up.
What are you doing? Like, if you're against something that's like two different styles and everything, like,
you don't have that. I will say in T.I.'s defense.
It came from T.I. and 50.
Yeah, because T.I. wanted to go with 50.
What origin was from that? I didn't know where that shit started at.
And I think T.I. tried to shoot at 50.
Yeah, Busta basically said, "I'll take care of it for New York,"
which he would. He would trash T.I. I think.
Oh yeah.
And even though, listen, T.I. got some hits though. T.I. got some shits I fuck with. I ain't gonna hold you, but he ain't fucking with Busta. Busta been in the game too long. Busta bust out Scenario and kill you because he had the best verse on Scenario. He had the best verse. He had the best verse on Biggie Smalls, or was it? What song was that? It was the remix.
That was Crackman.
No. Flavor
Crackman?
Year remix. Yo,
Yeah,
Flavor in your ear. Like he just came crazy on everything. Like you can't fuck with Busta was shut you down in the battle.
Yeah. He could them two songs alone will take out the guy's whole catalog.
Woo-ha's a banger. You had so many joints so early on. He kept and then when disaster strikes, he had fucking oh yeah. That's killing anything you put out. There ain't too many MCs that could drop a song that's better than Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Could See.
What are you gonna start playing? It's going on.
Busta's gonna kill a lot of motherfuckers if you get on that verse.
Get out of here.
What'd you say, Derek?
What are you gonna play to any of them songs? He's gonna play probably one of his biggest songs, right? T.I. Patron on Ice. You can get whatever you like. Dog. I don't even think. No. Get that shit out of here.
Get it out of here. T.I. didn't want to work. It seemed like he didn't want to smoke. He was like, hold on, I ain't beating Busta.
Who does it? I mean, who can he really? I mean, he's going to go against one of the South Bulls. I mean, who's he going to really go against? Jeezy, I can see something like that. He can't go against Outkast or something like that. Well, he's not a group, so that would make sense, but he definitely couldn't go against them. I don't even think. I know he can't. He couldn't go against Scarface or nothing like that. Who's he going to go against?
Nah, he'd eat Scarface up.
Who, T.I.?
I'm a big Scarface fan, but Scarface ain't fucking with Busta.
Oh, well, I was saying T.I.
He didn't have the hits. He didn't have the big.
Talking about T.I. He's talking about T.I.
I don't think anybody can go up against Busta Rhymes in a battle because he's so original. And he got so much energy. What are you going to play when he comes out with that crazy high energy stuff and you can't match it? You know, I don't know if he got his own lane.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's like all animated and everything else. He's just like, if you say, well, definition of hip hop, his picture probably has to be up there with it. Like he's one of them guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's just another level. I'm not saying lyricist another level, but he's a good lyricist too. But he's just
very unique. Who else, has that style?
Yeah.
His videos were crazy. Just everything. I don't know. He's just dope all the way around.
Yeah, he's next level when it comes to all that shit.
What do you say? Yo, Spliff, where the G's at? Give me some more. That John was crazy.
Yeah. Remember the video?
Even the whack Jones he got are crazy, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even the Jones where he just was playing around. Them Jones is crazy.
Yeah, that give me some more. That was a sample from what's it called? Psycho.
Oh shit.
Alfred. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock shit.
I never even knew that.
I think that's the theme song actually for Psycho. Yeah, the original, the old black and white one.
Yeah.
The whole, the sample and shit. Then they put the crazy drums over it. But yeah, that's from that movie. Yeah.
Well, Doc, let's jump into Dark City 3 real quick.
Dark City 3.
Hold on, real quick. I want to ask a question about this before you changed it earlier. Where was y'all recording that when you was like, it's hot as shit up here in this attic?
Oh shit, we was in Aunt and Lex's crib downtown on Bridge Street.
Mm-hmm. Right next to where that, I think it's a Mexican restaurant now, but it used to be
El Burrito.
Butchie Naddle used to be. Yeah, he had the breakfast joint.
Used to be Buffs.
Buffs.
Yeah, right next door to Buffs. That's where Aunt jumped out the window.
Yeah, Aunt fell out the window.
He jumped out the window with the bag of drugs.
And he hit that shit was like 4 stories up, 3-4 stories, and he hit the canopy.
I don't know how Aunt survived that one, but he was cool too. He got all his extremities.
He was fine. Yeah, he was all right. He was in the hospital, but I think he was fine. That's crazy. But yeah, we recorded that up there. It was like
Aunt,
1 or
where
2.
The dreads at? Give me some more.
Yo,
Aunt will fuck with us like this too. So sometimes you got this,
DJ A1.
I fuck with Aunt.
He said A1 steak sauce in that building. Somebody said that at the beginning of the song. We cut it out.
Yo, it was so hot up there. It was so hot up here recording that shit. We had the girls at the time go down the street and buy us all water ices and shit like that. Like, yo, get us something cold to eat. No air conditioning, 100-something degrees in there.
It was hot as shit. And it attached to the roof. Remember, we would walk out on the roof and smoke cigarettes and shit?
Yeah,
hey, yo, what song is that on?
It's hot as shit in this attic. I want to say it was
That's the beat is nigga. Ridiculous.
Hard rock, a crack, best believe that beat. So take that cash, nigga. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I'm almost positive that's what it was.
I forget what that song was.
I don't know what song that was, but
where's 9/11 at? Is it on anything on the internet?
It might be for free on the fdation.com, I think, maybe, or the snippets up there, maybe. I'll give you a copy. I'll give you a copy of it. I got actually a couple people asked me for copies of it. I'll go on. There's 2 versions though. Lex got a version and I got a version because Lex had like another 2 songs that he did that he put on his version of the mix.
And I don't even see 9/11 up here.
Like I did, I put on
9/11's on YouTube. There's a lot of tracks on YouTube.
No, I'm talking about the website.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nothing under the audio.
But that's definitely 9/11.
I thought that he put it up there.
There's 6 albums up there, but 9/11 ain't one of them.
What about Ground Zero? Let's jump into Ground Zero.
I got you, though. I'll give you a copy of it. Ground Zero, Sage's house.
That was Sage's basement.
That's how I learned how to use Pro Tools.
The whole album was Sage's basement.
Sage had the Pro Tools.
Shout out to Sage.
Pro Tools wasn't available for stuff until not too long before. We're talking about
I'm trying to see if I don't see no 9/11 here either.
Is that Dark City 1 or 2? That's 1.
Yeah.
That is.
That was a good song. I like my verse. I like my verse on that song.
Yeah, part 1.
I like my verse on that motherfucker too. That's
that people that are watching that don't know about y'all, where can they find your stuff and shit like that? Let them know.
But what you do is you got to get some sage and you burn that shit, put it in the air, and it'll just come to you. I'm just playing. Everywhere. Everywhere. At this point, anything digital like Amazon, Spotify,
YouTube. You can YouTube everything. It's
Plus the Lost Children of Babylon shit, all that. We could get into that too if we, but all that shit is all.
I want to jump into everything real quick and let's touch on.
I had said earlier, Dare, when you weren't on here yet, I was just saying how I think it's dope that they have a Pandora station for you.
Yeah. There's the Pandora thing and all that shit. But all that digital shit really caught up, you know? So now it's so easy for everybody to just start doing that. It was a little harder before, but now it's a lot easier for people to get out there. Like, you know, it's because it's all digital now, but pretty much.
Yeah.
But Ground Zero, let's go into Ground Zero, just not
Let's
the album in general.
Zero. I'm gonna jump into every album, Doc, real quick before we get out of here. Let's jump into every album. Let's give them a little history on it, some of the stories we may have with it, real quick, and let's just vibe off that. I think that's a good topic to end this with.
I really wanted to go. Really wanted to go into the gear. I wanted to go into the gear that was used, and that's a big thing now. Everybody, you know, guys just got a little interface and everything, and it all works with a computer. Back then, the computer shit was really just popping off, and like you had like a crazy Pro Tools system that was in like a real studio and shit. So that was pretty amazing to me. The Digio 2 with the faders, Pro Tools. It was like Pro Tools version 5.
The faders would move on their own and shit. That shit was bugged out. I love it. Back then, that was some new shit. That was mind blowing. Back then.
Yeah, it was just that was one of the dopest pieces of equipment, especially, you know what I mean, using it with the Pro Tools, and that's how I learned to use the Pro Tools. And we just had a cool studio. He had a cool studio down there. That shit was official. And then that's what took everything to the next level, was going to do that Ground Zero album over there at Sage's house.
Shout out to Big Joe.
The M-Box came out.
Shout out to Big Joe, even though we bumped heads on a few issues, but for the most part, he was trying to help. Back then, he was trying to push it a little bit.
Yeah, Joe Alfonsi, he was the owner of, what was it, Sigma? Was he Sigma Sounds? Is that what it was?
I'm not sure.
I think that's what it was. He had like the second biggest recording studio in Philadelphia for a long time. So that was his son's studio. He's friends with the boy from Rough House Records and shit like that. Yeah, forget his name, but
we were trying to get management back then through him, weren't we? That's the dude from Cali. The dude that moved to Cali, bro.
Yeah, that was a different era, man. It was like
we were trying to get management through Joe's homie that lived in Cali. He was trying to plug us into some shit.
Yeah. You're right. Ken something. Ken
Kniff. We used to call him Ken Kniff from Connecticut.
Yeah. We were calling him Ken Kniff. But that's how I learned how to use the plugins and all that shit like that to make the music sound better and all that. And that was pretty new shit at the time. You know, it wasn't in everybody's home studio at the time. Put it that way.
Nah, it was definitely some advanced shit at the time.
Yeah. The computer shit was really the home studio shit with the computers hooked up and all that. That was fairly new at that time, definitely.
But what took us into Dark City? Well, how did we get out of Ground Zero and kind of dive into Dark City? What's the story? What's the story behind that? Because Dark City was more your solo shit, but at the same time, they were pretty much foundation albums at the same time for the most part.
Yeah. I changed the name. You know what I mean? It was The Hypnotist, right? That shit sounds horrible now, but
was it still The Hypnotist on Ground Zero?
Nah, I just was switching it over. I was just switching it from that to the John Murdock name from the movie Dark City.
Yeah.
And I liked the name because it sounded like a real name. I didn't want a weird name. I didn't want my name to be like fucking, you know, some X-Men name or something like that. Yeah, I wanted to sound like it was a real name. Like John Murdock.
Quick for people that don't know, why don't you tell us how y'all picked your name? So you're getting into it a little bit right now. So you really like that movie or what?
Well, it wasn't just like the movie, but it was the name was you. They said his name like 100 fucking times in the movie, and I said, oh shit, I can use this, you know what I mean, and kind of throw the staples in there where they say the name and build off of that and keep it almost like a little mini movie, but not follow the topics of the movie or nothing, but just kind of have different things going on for.
And it worked. That shit worked like a motherfucker because the intros all the skits that you used, that you pulled, that we ripped off the movie, this shit worked. At the end of the day, it worked. It sounded like a really good fucking album. It was our best album. I think Dark City was way better than Ground Zero.
Well, that's why I went in to chime in on the point of the equipment, was because I knew how to use the shit a lot better, and I knew how to make beats a lot better. I knew how to control the sound a lot better, and that went into knowing how to edit a lot better and stuff like that. And then once you have the ability to do that, you could just take it somewhere else. The only thing I should have did on that album is kind of EQ. You know, just I hear things now that you know what I mean, that I would have changed. But I did that album, what, 2003 or 4?
Okay.
In the 3 and 4. So I knew what I was doing, but I could mix a lot better now.
Yeah.
But that's why it sounded a lot better. You know what I mean? I knew how to sample and sequence better and stuff like that. And that's why it goes back to the equipment situation.
That'll make a difference for sure.
Yeah, and I was using Pro Tools with the M box at the time. So I had that power to edit it all with the Pro Tools and stuff. Before that, we were using Vegas. It was Sonic Foundry Vegas at the time, and then it was Sony Vegas.
Okay.
And they still make Vegas. Vegas is a very good program. But then it was down. Now it's Magix. But I still got a bunch of 9/11 stuff in Vegas.
Okay.
So I have the songs in there and everything. But just, you know, different technologies and different things is what that album.
I wanted to ask Corey, what made you choose your name?
Ricky Fitz?
Yeah.
It's off a movie.
Same thing as mine, basically.
Yeah, Jeff Kovach put me on to a movie called American Beauty. And the boy Ricky Fitz was he thought, like, it's a weird movie. It's kind of bugged out if you watch it. He seems like a weirdo, but he thought on a different wavelength than everybody else. So he seemed weird and he seemed different and whatever, but he was thinking he was way advanced than everybody else. Everybody else was on some Keep Up with the Joneses. Like the one girl was trying to be a model and trying to whatever. I was in this magazine, like a lot of shit. Like, you know, when you empty inside, like you're trying to fill that void with a whole bunch of bullshit. And he was trying to fill it with some real shit. He was like really trying to, you know, get at some shit. And he was like a different type thinker. Jeff Kovach plugged me into that, John, and I remember watching it, was like, ew, I'm taking it. And I like the name. It was simple, Ricky Fitz. Kind of like Doc was saying, it seemed like a real life name to where, I mean, even to this day, people call me Ricky Fitz. They don't know my real name. I used to work with people that they, you know, somebody be like, yo, you know, he raps and he be on this. They would call me Ricky Fitz, never knew my name was Corey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they just go off that. So I know people that say, oh man, you know Murdock? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it happens to me all the time with both of y'all. It'll be like, oh, Ricky Fitz and you know Murdock. And then that's the only thing I haven't grasped. Like I said, it's so dope that, you know, I hear everybody's listening to your music around the world and all these things, but I still I call you guys by the name that I know. So, but everybody gets so excited, like, you know, such and such, you know, such and such. And I'm like, yeah. But
I mean, that's
like
just that's the one name. You had Benny Hawkins. I switch my names up a lot. Benny Hawkins stems from an HBO special on HBO. It was a special. It only lasted about 2 seasons, but it was about this bull there was good and there was evil, and Benny Hawkins was good. Like he could save lives, he could do a lot of shit. But in order to save a life, he had to take a life. So it was crazy how it played on his psyche. Like he wasn't okay with that at first. He used to fuck with him. Like, damn, he tried to save his mom's life, but in order to save his mom's life, he had to take someone else's life. It gets goofy, but
I gotta see that shit because I've seen the
so
preview.
Hard.
Like,
it's still to this day.
It was crazy.
The only reason I don't really go by Benny no more is because of Griselda. Benny fucking the Butcher came out, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just abandon that name because he already got that on lock. I already seen them niggas taking off, and I was like, yeah, there ain't no sense of me using that genre no more. But yeah, I mean, just the names. I mean, Lex. What's Lex's Lex Starwin? Is that a superhero or a comic?
That is from an anime. His name is actually. Hold on, real quick. Hold on. What the fuck? Where's my lighter at? I'm gonna smoke a cigarette real quick, and I don't know where my lighter is.
Use the Kentucky skills and get some light started.
Gene, it's the guy's real name is Gene Starwin, and he just used his real name as really obviously his real name's Alexander, so he took the Lex out of that, and then used the Starwin shit because he's heavy into them animes and shit. I don't like to smoke in the house here, so I'm trying to get out of here. But yeah, he did the Lex shit. And I think it sounds dope because he's doing some crazy, sophisticated shit anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I like it too.
But how'd you get into?
I mean, obviously I know, but there's some people that are watching that don't know the story behind it. So I thought it would be good to let people know.
Yeah.
How did we jump?
No doubt.
How did we jump into Dark City 2? And where were we? Where were we when we started fucking with Dark City 2? Were we in Pickering Run? Where were we? Where the fuck was we at? Had to be Pickering Run.
Now, Dark City 2 was a mixture of Sage's and my place because I started getting some more equipment.
Okay.
And I was doing it in Pickering Run at the apartments.
Yeah.
And I was driving up on the weekends. Usually the weekend to go over to Sage's crib, and me and him worked on that really a lot.
I feel like I was booked on that jump.
You might have been. I don't know. I forget because
I wasn't on that many songs. I was on a few, but I wasn't on a lot of songs.
Well, what year was it? You remember, Dare?
2005.
Yeah, I was booked.
I went right from Dark City 1 right into 2, really, and just followed in suit and just kept it going.
You jumped right into 2 after 1.
Yeah.
You was on the road. That was when you was really putting out a lot of shit at that time.
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of different, sampling shit, and had the keyboard to play bass lines and all types of different shit and whatever I was doing.
There, let me ask you a question. What is your favorite album that you've done?
My favorite one? Well, you how was that?
You sounded like the Karate Kid at the end when he threw that crane kick.
Yeah.
You sound like motherfucking Van Damme in Bloodsport.
My favorite one, it's a mix. It's a toss up between Book of Life, and Dark City 3.
Yeah, it has to be.
Yeah, but that's
them albums were two.
Flying Dutchman. I like the Flying Dutchman a lot. The Flying Dutchman's crazy.
Shout out to Vanderslice.
Yeah, Vanderslice made all the beats for
the beats for the Flying Dutchman album. Shout out to Slice.
Yeah, Vanderslice. If you need beats, he got them. But
if you're an MC and you need some beats, holla at Vanderslice, man. Real shit. I'll flash his. Matter of fact, I'm gonna throw his Instagram up right along this so niggas can get it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Slice.
But if they do go to get beats off, make sure you don't ask for free beats because he is not giving them up.
Nah, he earned the right to not have.
He'll probably block you. If you ask him for free beats, he will roast you on the internet and block you at the same time. It's funny like that.
Don't get caught slipping when you fucking with Slice.
Yeah.
And you need to stop hoarding fucking beats because you got heat over there.
The beat hoarder. I wish Lex Starwin was here right now because that's your nickname for him. He calls you the beat hoarder.
The beat hoarder.
The hoarder of the beat. He said, "Thee who dies with the most beats wins." That's what Lex said. Lex said that shit to me. I started crying. I was like, "Yo, that's crazy."
Yeah, we was over there a month and a half ago, picking beats out, and he ain't tracked one of them out yet.
I knew he was going to go there. I knew you were going to go there. Now, you know what? I didn't track any of them out. I got them all on a folder for you. I hate, listen, unless I'm using them, unless I'm like throwing them in Pro Tools and tracking them out to use them, I hate the fucking process. The tedious process of tracking fucking beats. I hate that process.
I've seen it in the studio a bunch of times, and motherfuckers hate tracking beats out. Definitely.
I hate tracking them the fuck out. Especially out of a fucking MPC. That shit's fucking ridiculous. But if you're using like a Renaissance or something now with the software, you could actually use the Renaissance, or I would figure Machine and all that would do it too. I haven't used the Machine though. I had one sitting in my crib for like a year and never hooked it up too. It was Tadge's when he went to jail. I held his equipment for him. But you can use the MPC as a plugin now and track the beats right in the Pro Tools like that. So it's a lot easier process if you're going from that, not from a program tracking in. So like say a Acid or Logic or whatever you might use. Whatever, you know what I mean?
You got fire over there and nobody's hearing it.
Yo, you gotta jump on. Yo, shout out, what's the one bull's name? Shout out Tesla Ghost from London.
Is he from London or is he from somewhere over there?
From England, I believe. I don't know if he's from London. He's definitely from England.
He's from over there. He's from, I don't know the exact town he's from over there or whatever, but yeah, I got something I'm gonna do with him. Yeah. He sent a beat over from his man, is Evil Ed, and this bull got some heat.
Yeah, you just showed me that. That Jones crazy. And yo, shout out to Tesla. Yeah. That bull is nice, bro. Like he got the accent, but yet I still can bang his shit. Like I be bumping his song all the time. Like that John starts with a K. It's like a Japanese type junk.
I could.
That shit's fire.
With the video, I like
that shit's fire. That Jones.
I like. He's doing like I like the grimy shit, and usually I'm not into the accent with the rap at all, and I could deal with
nice
with it. Not just deal with it, but I like. Yeah, he's nice with it too. That's the thing. There's some bulls over there that got some heat, but the accent fucks it up for us because we're so not used to it.
Yeah,
you know
absolutely.
What I mean? It sounds a little different. Definitely.
And we're not from over there and shit like that, so it's a little bit different. You know what I mean, like to listen, we're from right where the shit started at, really. So it's a whole different view of it.
Definitely. Let's jump right into Dark City 3.
Dark City 3.
I said that was a long process. It took you a while to put that album together, though. Because I came home, I heard so many versions of that album. I had a whole mixtape with like 20-something songs, and only about probably 5 or 6 of them made the album, which was crazy.
Yeah, I recorded over
80 songs. You had so many joints for that.
80 something. 80 over
80 something songs for Dark City 3.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Yep. I know so many of them that didn't make the album. That was crazy.
Yeah, who does 80, right?
Who
does 80 songs, right? And not all of them are complete. Some of them are just one verse. Some of them
are just a verse. Some of them weren't complete.
Some of them are skeletons and shit. But I did over 80 to make 19 songs. I used to, because you put them to CD at that point, right? People ain't really doing that as much. And I would like to fill the whole CD up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have to edit it back so it would fit the fucking time and shit. Like, but it was fun. I don't know. It was me just trying to do a part 3 to it, really, and make it sound like the first 2, which worked well. Plus, I was just so much better at picking sounds and everything else.
Yeah, it sounded way better than the first 2.
Yeah. Just knowing what I'm doing a lot more and stuff like that. And
so this Book of Life came out before Dark City 3, though, right?
Yeah, years before it.
It came out years before that.
Well, I made it years before it. You know what I mean? I made that by myself. There was nobody on that album.
It's John Murdock front to back. You say it in the intro.
There's nobody else on the album except Brandon Jackson. He only got an little outro on the one song. He just talks shit. I said, "Yo, talk shit on the end of this," and he just talks shit. And that was it. That was it. I made all the beats on it.
That set the
A
tone.
lot of it was.
That set the tone for The War Is On.
It
Though.
was-
I don't know. When you dropped Dark City 3, The War Is On. That joint was just crazy. That was a hit.
War is on.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Sagis. That was Sagis' basement. So I had the beat.
Black
It's a deep
Rob's on
purple
it.
sample. Yeah, there's a lot of people on it. Yeah. We were over at Sagis' house in the basement. There was a party going on across the street, and they all wanted to, drink and have fun and do their thing. And me and Lex went back over to Sagis' house. I threw the beat up, and me and him recorded that ourselves. Usually Sag would be behind it or something because it's his studio, but he was over across the street doing something. They were, smoking, drinking, and all that. So yeah, me and Lex just did it. I had the rhyme on a long yellow paper that you get in jail, in the county jail, Chester County. You guys both know this. The big
legal
yellow paper
pads,
they give you with
the legal pads, the yellow legal pads.
No, the one that you get on intake when they write down your clothing and all that shit.
Yeah, the checklist.
That the property list, and it's pretty long. It's not a regular piece of paper. It's longer. I still have it. I wrote that with the little half a pencil they give you with no eraser on it. I wrote that whole War Is On verse without a beat. I didn't know the beat yet. I wrote that whole War Is On verse on the back of that paper they give you in the jail cell.
Yeah.
And I had to keep sharpening the pencil on the floor.
Yeah.
To the rest of it.
Yeah, you got sharp. You got to get it right. Sometimes you got to peel the little wood around it so you can write it.
With fingernails on it and all that. And I wrote the whole
shit.
I still have it. I know exactly where it's at. If I was a little closer to it, then, you know what I mean, I'd grab it, but maybe next time. But yeah, I wrote that shit down, and then I had this beat up. I said, yo, this will go good to the beat. And Lex, I think I recorded Lex first. Yeah, first. I swapped them. So the original was me. Yeah, because I got the second one. Yeah, so the original was me going first, and then I did the whole verse. I said, cut it, delete the whole fucking verse. I said, I don't like it. I like the verse. I don't like the energy on it. Let's redo it. He looked at me like I was crazy. I said, I'm going to knock this one right out. And it probably took me another maybe 20 minutes after that, half hour or something. And I recorded the whole verse again. And then Lex went second. I recorded him. And then then I got Rob on it later. Yeah, I think that's how it went. And then I swapped the verse.
It worked with Rob because Rob came in with that kind of Jamaican sound. It's an African sound, but it's more Jamaican. It just gave it a different vibe, and it worked. Definitely worked. Listen, I rushed home. I was in Kintop.
I did the hook. I just told him what to say. Basically, I was like, do it like this. And then I just said, say the war is on. Just keep repeating it, basically. It wasn't too hard. And then he did it, and then that was it. And then I did the mix on that one, and then that was we did a video for it. Dudes from France.
I remember I rushed down. I just came home from the video. I rushed down to the joint when y'all was shooting it. I remember I got in like one little ass scene. Because I wasn't there all day.
Yo, you know what happened? Here's how it happened. MySpace was popping at the time. MySpace was the thing that you would put your shit on. So I put that song on MySpace, and some dudes from France heard it. They said, we want to shoot a video. We're going to come from France and make our rounds.
Them niggas came from France to shoot the video.
Yeah, they did another video for somebody in New York.
They were speaking French the whole time.
Yeah, well, two of them could speak English, and the one couldn't speak English at all. Three of them. And they slept in my crib for a couple nights, and they slept at Lex's for a couple nights. Or no, one night at my place, one night at Lex's, I think. And they said, look, just give us a place to stay and feed us, basically, and we'll knock this the fuck out. And that's what they did. And they flew back to France, and they did, you know what I mean? They edited it all up, and that's what you got.
I remember the first edit.
It's all on the video.
The first edit was crazy choppy. Remember, it was too choppy, and we had to send it back.
They were just chopping scenes up faster. I said, let the scenes drag a little bit more, so it wasn't just constant scene.
Yeah.
I was like, this is going to give me a fucking seizure. You gotta, go a little longer on that joint.
Yeah.
It was way too choppy. It was so choppy. It was crazy.
They did a good job, though. They did a good job.
They did it with the second. When they sent it back, it was right. It was definitely.
Let's go into Crack's joint. What you just did a new video.
Crack just did a new video. Shout out to Krizak and Wiz S. What's up?
Yeah, what's Wesco by his name? His music name. Shit. What's he go by?
VI.
What? VI? Okay, I didn't know that. Does it stand for something or what?
He was getting visits. He was getting visits up top. That's what it was. This chick was holding him down. They call a nigga VI. He was hitting the dance floor once a week, straight up. That's how you get that nickname. You gotta hit that floor once a week.
No, it is vicious because when the other day we recorded something over here. He came by. They both came by, and
it was that joint.
Crack already had the joint he just did.
Yeah, it was
just
that,
put out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I recorded the second verse for him, and then I did some mix sauce. Mixed it up a little bit, did some mixing on it, and then they used it for the video. So yeah.
Crack, tell us what it is. What they gotta look out for.
What's already on there? It's I don't even.
It's the Meek Mill challenge, right?
It is, yeah, but I don't. What actually it is hashtag. So if you could just look literally under that, but it's on all my social media and on YouTube.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I'm link that up and everything too.
We'll link it up.
What do you work?
I'll throw your Instagram up right now so they can see it, and it's going down.
Yeah, are you working on an album too, or what are you doing after that? You just working on an album or a mixtape or what?
No, I'm going to do this album. I gotta get somebody to mix it.
he said, Doc, he needs you to fix this, Joe. He needs, what he needs is your girl to move in. He needs your girl to move in next week so we can get this album mixed.
She's coming back. My sleeping schedule and everything is going to change.
Shout out to Laura.
She's not going to let me.
Shout out to Laura, fan of the show. We love you, Laura. You ready to get this music shit popping. You're a big asset. You're a big asset to what we're trying to do right now. So we need.
And she don't even know it. Yeah, she's definitely not going to let me stay up till 5 in. She got to be at work.
Travels for Laura. She's going to drive across the country to make this happen. I believe in Laura.
That's right.
I'm voting for Laura. Can I vote for Laura for the presidential campaign? I'd rather vote for her. I feel like Laura's going to have our best interest and get us to where we're trying to get.
So, working a lot.
As long as she writes the law that.
And shout out to
Murdock got to do the mixing. And
Murdock found himself a queen, and he ain't playing no games. He ain't taking no chances. He said, girl, you moving right in here, and you gonna sit right here with me.
She was living here. She was living here for a while before she had to go to California for work.
Yeah, definitely.
She was already here. That's why you see the shit up in the background there. That shit.
That's
the
it.
Stars.
That's what I said. I seen that. That didn't look like Murdock to me. I remember Picker and Run. There wasn't none of that on the wall. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not an interior decorator. Yo, give me a second. I gotta plug this phone in. So I'm doing this on the phone. So I'm gonna plug this in because I'm on 2% here. I got my charger right here. It's all good.
I tell you one thing, he got the best snacks and juices at his house.
Always.
That's some good shit. He always keeps.
Well, my daughter will come over, Crack, and she was like, yo, Uncle Derek's got everything here. He got food rolls, he got juice boxes, he got this.
He got gushers. He got all that shit. He got commissary shit, like the cakes and the little Debbie's. He got all that.
Yeah.
Doc, one thing Doc be having too that always fucked me up. Every time I went over there, he either got the goldfish or he got the cheese balls and the big container of cheese balls somewhere. He got a big container.
Every
and the sips iced teas.
Every single thing that you named just now.
Look at this shit. Look who's calling.
All of them.
Oh shit.
I have every single one that you talked about. I just went to the grocery store.
My cousin Kendra is calling me on Instagram. I'm not picking it up because I'm obviously doing this, but
yeah.
Right there, I was saying because Crack was talking about your snack selection, and I was saying how excited my daughter is when she goes over there. It's like, He got everything. She's so hyped, like she's at the candy store.
It's like
you
Carmen's corn.
you gotta love what you do. You know what I mean?
Derek's crib's like Carmen's corn.
Yeah, yeah.
I got all that shit. Yeah, I just popped open that fresh box of the I was saying that earlier, the fucking strawberry frosted mini wheats. Them joints are hitting.
Yeah, I never tried those before.
You just seen them at the grocery store. I was like, man, these got to be good. And listen, you got to go pick yourself up a box of those.
You know, your brother put me on to a lot of cereals that I never tried, like the Rice Krispie Treat cereal. Banging.
Yo, but they fucked them up. They were like the best cereal out. Some of the best, but they fucked them up. They made some new one, and that's trash. No, they put regular Rice Krispies in there and just threw like marshmallows in there.
Oh no.
How are you gonna like? They just basically stopped putting the marshmallow into the thing like a Rice Krispie treat. That's just nasty. It's not nasty, but it ain't no good though.
Remember, you could only get them like at Walmart.
Yeah,
They'd have nowhere else.
Yeah, Walmart was like the only place selling them around here for a while. You had to go online and see where they were selling them. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then
So what's your favorite cereal?
Who's mine?
Everybody.
Yeah, I need a minute. Crack. Let me think.
I can tell you mine from the beginning. It's either one of the two. Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs.
They're banging.
Or Fruity Pebbles.
I was going to say Fruity Pebbles.
I can't pick one. This is like picking your favorite artist or something like that. No,
I'm gonna go with Reese's on that. Reese's is better.
See, man, I can't even do it. I like too many of them.
I like a lot too. I definitely Fruity Pebbles is one.
The milk be better when you drink the Reese's. That should be peanut butter. It'd be crazy.
I like Raisin Bran too. People don't. Chris Picks is my shit. You throw some sugar in there with some chopped up bananas in that bitch. Listen.
The first time I ever had Reese's Peanut Butter Puffs, I was at Justin Van Dyke's when he lived behind the car wash where you go over the little railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
He had me out there in a rainstorm, fucking sailing paper boats into the sewer.
Oh shit, on some shit.
Yeah.
Pennywise shit. And then fucking Jesse, you sail one over there, Jesse from the north side might pop out that motherfucker on you. Just grabbing it. Thanks for the ride, lady.
Thanks for the ride, lady. Remember coming back from fucking Club Space.
Yeah, that was all that tied in.
Justin was driving. He was like, "Thanks for the ride, lady." We hit a possum.
I remember when Brisky spin kicked Justin Van Dyke off the snow pile.
Oh shit! Yeah.
I remember I spiked Jody. I spiked Jody in the motherfucking. Yeah, he pulled a knife out on me.
Brisky pulled out a butter knife on him.
Mm-hmm.
He pulled out a butter knife and was like ready to go to duel with him, and then Justin said, "Fuck that knife!" and started fighting him. Yo, that shit was hilarious because they were going at it too. Them bulls are crazy.
What'd you say happened with you, Core?
Oh, I don't know. I forget.
I'm talking about a knife. And then
he pulled a knife out on me back when we was young. We was like 14. We was in Eland Downs. When Justin lived in Eland Downs, me and Kovac went over there. And
Brisky
he was messing with Virginia, the little young Joe named Virginia.
Justin, I lived in the same complex. I remember Virginia. And that was his girlfriend. Yeah.
Came out, and I don't know what he was tripping about, but he pulled a knife on me and Joe, and we beat him up.
Oh my god.
We ended up beating him up. Joe beat him up first, and then I beat him up as we went down through the Joan. You know how you could go down in Eland Down?
Yeah.
Go through the woods and end up in Pickering Run?
Yeah.
There's a creek that separates the two. There's only a creek that separates them. So we used to go down through there, and then we ended up in Pickering Run. And I beat him up right down by the creek because he was tripping. He was just drawing. He had a knife. He was just bugging. That's what I'm saying. You look at the cops, they shot the boy. Nigga, I beat Justin up with a knife in his hand. Like, I'm just saying at 14.
You know what? Now that you're saying that, but we were young though. We were kids though, because
we were kids,
because back then you wouldn't really care about it. When you were a kid, I seen a couple people in Phoenixville go at it with people with a knife. Not grown men though, but when they're kids, yeah. I seen a
grown men.
people.
I will say that's a little different. We're not gonna compare the two.
No,
but
I've seen people pull the knives out and people say fuck that knife.
And Justin couldn't fight anyway. That was proven later where he just got knocked out by everybody. So he couldn't fight anyway. But you know, shout out to Van Dyke. We fucked with him for a little bit and then he got crazy and fuck him. That's how I feel. I don't really give a fuck Justin.
I don't know. So I ain't gonna see. Who knows what's up with him, but I don't know. I don't know what's up with him. Who the fuck knows?
What's this? Ooh.
That shit's funny though.
Is that what I think it is? My fault.
Remember we were bumper hitching that day, Corey, when you spiked Jody into the snow pile. You were drawing that day.
Jody? Yeah, Jody.
Yeah, you were drawing that day. We were bumper hitching and all that shit. It was a big snowstorm, but you were drawing that day. You fucking just spiked her.
It was time to get spiked. Sometimes you got to go down swinging.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Look, White Rat called me. White Rat had a layover. White Rat had a layover in Phoenix. He was flying back to Philly. He had a layover in Phoenix. Nigga called me, where you at? I said, nigga, I'm at home. Where you at? Nigga, he said, I'm in Phoenix. I said, where? He said, the airport. I said, nigga, I'm coming. Well, I said, how long you got until you got to jump on your flight? He said, I got a couple hours. I said, nigga, I'll be there in a half hour. Shot straight down there to him. We blew some tree. Motherfucker was drawing for real. I ain't gonna hold you, but that's my nigga. And I'm gonna draw a little bit. I was drawing because I got this nigga drinking. I had this nigga so drunk when he went back to the motherfucking Jones.
What do you say? I know they know I'm fucked up. They know it.
Yo, he hit me in the messenger drone on my way home. He said, Corey, I think they know I'm fucked up. I was like, damn, this nigga was so, I had this nigga go. Let's not even talk about when I went to the fucking Las Vegas. Because you got, I was on the flight on the way back from Vegas, nigga. Yeah. On the plane, like, on nobody. I go to the bathroom, but twice, nigga, on the flight back from Vegas. Yeah. That was in my I had time fucked up real quick. I said, nigga, I'm gonna go down there. I took like a quarter of weed with me and we was buying little pounder beers, just pounding them and smoking joints. Nah, you'd have been good. Tom can't hang with the drinking and the smoking like we can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was good, nigga. I was driving. I was drawing, nigga. I was super drawing. Yeah, I was drawing, but that's my man. And if you in town, I gotta pull up on you. Nigga, if you in town, you can come. You already know what time it is. Come on, already know. Well, nigga, you come to Phoenix, nigga, we can make our way to LA. That shit right there. Nigga, that shit right there, bumping to Rasulullah. He down there with Stevie Williams and all them niggas. Rasul lived downtown right next to the Staples Center. That nigga was out there the other night when they won the Chip Pride. Crazy, because the nigga lived right across the street. No doubt in my mind. Yeah, no doubt in my mind that Sewell was down there probably chilling and skateboarding and shit. Yeah. Word. So yeah, look, I know my shit cut out abruptly. I hope y'all gave me a good, I bet you a dude type shit. No, we good. You got a good job. We killed it on the way out. I seen it. I was like, oh, we out of here. I said, if he out of here, we out of here. As soon as it clicked back. Nah, that's fine. Now I figured something happened. It froze for a little bit and then it cut out. So it's probably when it just cut, like everything just cut at the same time. But nah, I peeped it. Yo, I might edit this, John. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you, it's a good episode. I don't give a fuck. Just send it to me when you're done. I got you. I'm gonna post it. Listen, as soon as I edit it, I'm gonna throw it up tomorrow on my YouTube page, but keep it private, and then I'll just tag everybody in it so they can see it real quick. You gonna edit it tonight? I'm gonna edit it like tonight or tomorrow morning. All right, better. Yeah, just send it to me when you're done. Let me know. Yeah, I think I might watch it tonight and just take some notes to what parts I might cut out and where to fade it back in. Like it's easy. I know how to write it out real quick to where I can edit it super easy. She definitely brought up a very good point. We definitely need to text each other on as far as topics are concerned and shit like that. Yeah, no, we're gonna do that. That's what me and her do. So she picked up on some of the topics when we were like straying off. She brought some of the shit back. Yeah, she killed that. All right, listen, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you tomorrow, and I'm gonna send you the podcast. You're gonna have to watch it sometime tomorrow. So if you see something that needs to be edited, it has to be quick because we dropping it like Thursday evening. So
I got you.
just the faster you get it to me and let me know, the faster I can get it out. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody beefing because we couldn't take down that. You know what I'm saying?
As soon as you send it to me, give me a couple hours and I got you.
Actually, yeah, that's perfect.
Nah, I got
That'll
you.
work.
I got
Peace.
you. No offense to the homies, but you already know I ain't on that tip. I got you.
No, we got they killed that shit. And you on